In this video, I will showcase the shovel, a Brawlhalla weapon I conceived. Let's get started. The shovel has medium speed attacks, a simple moveset with a lot of knockback, leading to easy knockouts. It can create projectiles, has a low string potential, and is able to reflect throwables. We will check in details underlined points later on. Here is the standing position while holding the shovel. Note that I will differentiate the blade and the handle of the shovel. Let's have a look on the moveset. Neutral light covers a wide area in front and above the player, allowing for air control. Side light is pretty slow, but can knock far away. Down light is the string starter. Ignore the grey ball for now. Neutral air is a quick move, hitting mostly forward the player but also above him a little, knocking the opponent downward. Side air hits close range with the shovel's handle. If it connects, the character rotates the weapon for a big hit with the blade. Down air is a fast move hitting below the player, knocking the opponent behind, following the blade path. Recovery starts with the handle catching opponents, then finishes with a smash, sending characters to the side slightly downward. The ground pound is pretty classic, even though the attack's hitbox is next to the player's hurtbox. If it hits the ground, the attack extends a little. Moving to properties. First, the shovel is able to reflect throwables, namely weapons being thrown and gadgets, just by hitting these with an attack, sending them to whatever direction the attack knocks to. Triggering attacks second parts such as sidelight. Shovel is also able to create a projectile, and that is the main gimmick of the weapon. Remember the downlight attack creating a grey ball? Hitting the terrain with the shovel's blade will create a boulder that is basically the size of a thrown orb, and that any player can get hit with, receiving damage and knockback just like a classic weapon throw. However, the boulder can be hit by any player, resulting in both stacking damage on the boulder and propelling it. Yes, stacking damage. The boulder can receive damage starting at 0, just like a classic player, making it more and more knockable. In fact, the boulder's trajectory will be the same as if a player had been hit by an attack. So here on the downlight you can create a 0 damage boulder and throw it slightly upwards, creating a small barrier that neither of the player can go through, but any player can hit the boulder to build up damage and move it. Namely, you can downlight then sidelight to create a boulder and then throw it at your opponent at medium speed, or you can downlight then neutral light to throw the boulder even more in the air and build more damage on it. Though, as soon as the boulder hits the terrain, it doesn't bounce, it just gets removed. I didn't draw it on the ground pound, but this attack as well will create a boulder on hitting the ground, throwing it directly diagonally. In fact, as mentioned earlier, any attack can create a boulder, as long as the blade part of the shovel hits the terrain, which can be a great tool in edgeguard. On top of that, hitting an opponent with the boulder will make your shovel glow, meaning that the next time you're creating a boulder, you will create a gadget instead, cycling between the 4 of them, starting with the spike ball and going in shown order. Note that the gadgets created this way are considered thrown already, which means that they can hit you and that the mine and the bomb are already activated. Finally, some trivia. Each player can only create one boulder at a time. It either has to hit the ground, leave the screen, or hit a character for the player to be able to create another. Shovel signatures will be able to create boulders as well, allowing for unique boulder angles from one shovel to another. Boulders aren't weapons, neither are they gadgets. In that way, they can't be caught. Either hit it or dodge it. If you hit a boulder, you can't chase dodge. At least this is not the way I conceived it. I don't think that would be a great idea. The glowing effect that allows you to create a gadget is linked to the weapon. If you throw your glowing shovel, you better catch it if you want to dig your gadget. That's it for the video. Please excuse my accent as well as my poor drawing skills. Thanks for watching. If you want to discuss, I will be answering YouTube comments and Discord DMs.